Shalom, shalom. This your boy Raya Allah coming at you with another lesson. But first and foremost, we definitely got to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and the Lashwan Quadash, the Paleo Hebrew. We're going to start off by saying, Kal, Halayim, Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rekah, Quadash, Ma'amah. Definitely want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS and their elders. Definitely want to give honors to my elders, Aquana Harwan, Bon Yasha Olive, the Lions Den Camp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the hopeful elect and the 1/3. Right, shalom to the Akim and Akwafi. Today's lesson is going to be based off of how women should carry themselves, and how to be a respectful child of the Lord, man. Of Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's true name, right, and Yahweh Shai being the true name of the only begotten Son, right. So we have to carry ourselves as Israelites, man. We have to put on our beautiful garments, man. As Israelites, we have to put on as the elect. Right? Our Father doesn't want us out here acting and looking like the heathens, man. Right? So our women and our men, right, should put on as the elect, man. Study the scriptures to know how we should be moving in the world of Esau, man, because right now Esau is in control, man. Job 9:24, if I'm not mistaken, the word was given into the hands of the wicked, right? Rough and paraphrasing. So it's, we know we are living in the system of Esau, man. The one that was blessed with the sword, man, the fatness, and he was gonna gain the fatness of the earth with by using the sword, man. And today modern sword is weaponry like bullets, guns, bombs. You can go on and on how many different types of weapons they use to inflict people, man, and to put people under submission under their laws, man, right? Just like in the book of Maccabees, man, right? We're still going through that same process, man, dealing with these heathens, man, right? How they're forcing their laws on us, how they're forcing their philosophies on us, how they're forcing their false gods on us, right? All these false deities, man, that they worship throughout the year, right? All these folly days that they call holidays, right? All of those goes back to worshiping false deities, man, right? And our people are stuck in the mindset of believing that everything that they have been raised up knowing is true, man. And in actuality, man, especially in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's eyes, man, all of this shit is false, man. It's vanity, right? It's nothing but dust, man. The confusion. Right, we are in a dark place, man. The valley of the shadow of death, man. Right, this place is pure wickedness, man. And our people are stuck in that mindset, that Gentile state of mind, man. Right, so I'm doing this video for the women today because it's sad to see our people in this state of mind, man. All they want to do is booty shake, wear skimp ass clothing, man. Right, to entice the men, right, to following behind their folly, right, instead of being righteous women for the Lord, man. And the Lord wants you to wear modest apparel, man, right? The Lord wants you to have one husband. The Lord wants you to take care of your family just like the men take care of the family, man, right? By being a beautiful spirit to your family, by teaching them nothing but love and righteousness, man, being a godly woman, right? And not teaching your children how to booty shake, to twerk, right? To wear skimp clothing, right? To get what they want, right? It's all wickedness, man, right? We should be, as Israelite men, we should be teaching our women, right, how to carry themselves. We know Eve, a lot of Eve ain't gonna listen, man. They hard-headed. They are really stiff-necked, right? But we have to keep pushing and keep showing and keep guiding our family, man, to be righteous, right? So I got this picture here. It's a screenshot, man. I am working, so I'm on the road, so forgive me for any background noise. They've been on my tail, man. I ain't had a chance to do anything, so I'm trying to do this lesson while I'm riding to the next location, man. So this picture I found, I didn't draw this picture, but to me it's a beautiful example, right, of how our women are today, man. Right, so it says in the 90s, right, you see how the woman is dressed in modest apparel, man, right? She has on a long dress, right? Nothing is showing, right? She's not enticing the men with her cleavage or her derriere, right? She's not half naked, right? She is dressed like a godly woman, man. And then, it says dignity, yes. Engine used like new, right? 4 kids with the same father, man. Right? Now we know in today's time, right, that we was taught so much wrong stuff, man. We was led astray, right? So our women, of course they might have multiple baby daddies, as they say today, right? But we are in this, we in Esau's captivity, man. So, a lot of stuff we did wrong, but that's the whole point, right? The Lord is waking us up to the truth, man. He's bringing us back to our remembrance, man, bringing us back to him, right? To understand that this is not the right, man. None of this stuff that we're doing is right, right? We have to learn him. We have to study him, right? The only way to do that is to read the scriptures, man, and to follow the right teachers, man, right? So we understand that, of course you might have multiple baby daddies at this point, but at the same time, you have to be, smart enough to know, like, hey, man, we ain't doing things right, man. So I need to change this. So now let me teach my children, right? Especially if I have daughters, let me teach my children that, hey, even though I have multiple baby daddies, you don't have to be that way, And you can teach them that, hey, we was in captivity. We didn't know that this was wrong. I was going off of the philosophies that I grew up with, but now that I'm learning the truth and I know better, right, I have to teach you better, right? I have to show you better, right? And that's the whole point, right? To show them that, hey, look, you're supposed to have one husband, man, right? And two, right? The Lord said you really only have two out throughout your whole lifetime, man, right? So, you should have one husband, right? And all your kids should come from that one husband, right? And then you see the verses, it says, from the year 2000 to 2024, it says mileage 650,000 km, right? Says no dignity, right? Because you already know how Eve is today, man, right? They're so headstrong, they don't want to listen. They know everything. You can't tell them anything, man, right? So we have to allow the Lord to humble them, man, right? By the Lord, and the Lord has to put them through things to humble them down, to show them like he ain't playing, right? That's the whole point of the scriptures, man. That's the whole point of the story, right? I heard recently people ask, like, why would he create something and make them go through all this? Why not just create them in pure righteousness and where they won't never sin, right? What would be the point in that, right? If just like with your children today, right? What's the best way to teach them, right? The experience, right? We could talk to them all day, right? But if they don't actually go through it themselves, they will never ever know, how to handle it once it's presented to them, right? Experience is the best teacher, man, and the Heavenly Father knows this. This is why he made us go through this experience, right? Because so that way we wouldn't be no snobby ass children, man, right? Because we know if you just give your children anything, they're not going to appreciate it, right? They're not going to take care of it. It's just, freely given. But if you make them work for it, if you make them, if you inflict them and show them like, hey, it ain't that easy, right? You will understand, right? They will understand more. They will appreciate more, right? But anything that's just freely given to these people, just like to the children, right? They don't appreciate it. They don't take care of it, right? And they don't have the true understanding, right, of what was given to them. So the Heavenly Father put us through this, right? He allowed us to witness what sin was. He allowed us to, witness what captivity was. He allowed us to, and honestly, all of this stuff didn't do nothing but make us stronger, man. He refined us to be a harder diamond, a stronger diamond, a more beautiful diamond, right? And people take that for granted, man. Right? So we have to teach our children, man. We have to, show them by experience, man. And And that's the best way to teach anybody, man, is to allow them to go through it, right? To show them the good and the bad, right? The right things. That's what the right things are, right? So back at the picture, it says engine beyond repair. It says 4 kids with 4 different fathers, man, right? So like I say, today's time, man, we know that we was going off, man. We was in the, we was in unrighteousness, man, right? We was in our folly. So when you wake up to the truth, man, you need to teach your children, right, by example, right? Teach your children, not just by telling them, but teach them by example, right? Don't buy them, skimpy clothes for your daughters, right? Buy them the, modest apparel. This is Titus chapter 2, right? Verse 3, right? And it reads, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, right? By, wearing modest apparel, right? By teaching your children the right things, by, being a loving wife and a loving mother, by keeping your head covered, to keep silent in the churches, right? To learn from your husband, right? To allow your husband to be the leader that he was born to be, right? To back your husband, right, when he falls short, right? It says, not false accusers, right? Not giving too much wine, teachers of good things, man, right? That they may teach the young women to be sober, right? That's sober-minded, sober spiritually as well, man, right? And being sober spiritually means trying to keep the laws and statutes to the best of your ability, right? Knowing that Yahweh Shai, died for us, right? Knowing that the true names, that Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name, Yahweh Shai is His only begotten Son's true name, right? To know what type of clothing you should be wearing, to know that you only supposed to have one husband, right? To understand that this husband, right, is allowed to have concubines, right? That's all the stuff that the Lord has set up, and if any woman doesn't respect that, right, they have to take that up with the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? So who are you really mad with? Are you mad with the man for trying to understand? We're not trying to, for understanding and gaining the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Lord, right? The way He set the world up, the way He set us up to be, right? That's who you're really mad with. You're not mad with us. It says that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, man, right? To love their children, to be discreet. And discreet means to, being basically behind the scenes. Discreet is really kind of sort of like hidden, right? And that's why men get so upset when a woman wants to have male friends, or a woman wants to, stay out and party all night, go to the clubs and, with skimpy clothes on, showing off their body, right? Being on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook, showing, not nudity, but being, having clothes that show too much, revealing clothes, instead of showing people, this is how you should be dressing as a woman of the Lord, by dressing in modest apparel, by, keeping your head covered, etc., man, right? That's how you be discreet, man, by not showing off your goodly things that's only meant for your husband, right? Your body, right? By not showing the world what you look like, that's not meant for everybody, right? It's only meant for your husband, man. It says that the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai be not blasphemed, man, right? Not going against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. His word is true, man, and if you don't respect that, that's on you, right? Just understand that He has a judgment for 2/3, man, of His children. He knows that 2/3 of his children is not going to listen. They're not going to understand. He's not going to give them the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, right? He's going to allow them to stay hard-headed, right? Because he knows that y'all, it's just no coming back for y'all. y'all have to be taught, right? Once you get back into the kingdom, right? Y'all have to it have to be instilled into you once you come back into the kingdom, right? And that's being born back into once you receive your your judgment of destruction, man, right? Salakia, please forgive me. I am driving. I'm trying to stay focused and get this lesson done, because this lesson is important, right? Any lesson that is created from the children of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right, is important, right? Even if it's just one point that's in the video, and it only helps one person, right? But the angels rejoice even when one turns back to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? And I'm gonna try to do my best, right, to be, a good servant of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to do this work, man, right? And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to who it needs to be edifying to, right? This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, right, verse 9. I don't like how this is set up, but it's all good. And it reads, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, man, right? It didn't say skimpy clothes. It said modest apparel, right? It says with shamefacedness and sobriety, like being sober, right? Not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection, man, right? So you're supposed to be in modest apparel, man, right? Which becometh women professing godliness, like you, with good works, man. And that's your good works. Wearing modest apparel, keeping your head covered, teaching your children the good things, right? Teaching your children how to be a good child for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? That's even the men, right? The young men, right? Because while the men are out working, right, and the women are either home or once they get home, right, they still gotta they teaching all children, man. The men and the women. And they should, the women have to learn these things and keep silent, man, and push this truth onto their children and show them by experience, man, by showing them, right, how to be, right, how to put on that beautiful garment, man. All right, this is Proverbs 31:25. Strength and honor are her clothing, man, right? So your strength and your honor is your clothing, man, right? By wearing modest apparel, by, if you read this chapter, it's really going into, at the time, a woman making fine linen, and making beautiful garments, right? But as far as the point of this lesson, man, wearing modest apparel, right, is how the Lord wants you to be. So that's your strength, man, right? Strength and honor, right? Because you're being honored, right, when you wear modest apparel, right? The Lord sees that, right? We are being watched daily, man, right? So he sees what your apparel is, man. So in today's time, you wearing modest apparel, man, that's your honor, man, right? That keeps dishonor off of your head, man, right? By keeping your head covered and wearing modest apparel, right? That is your strength, right? That is the strength of a woman, right? Being discreet and being only her husband's, man, right? It says, and she shall rejoice in time to come, right? In that day, man, she will rejoice for following the ways of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, by being a godly woman, wearing modest apparel, being discreet, teaching the children and showing the children the right way, the good things, man, right? and showing them that this is the wrong things, with wearing skimpy clothes, and the young women not having their head covered, right? Having multiple boyfriends, nowadays is what they'll call them, right? Multiple husbands, you know. It says, verse 26, she opened her mouth with wisdom, man, right? So when a woman is in this truth, right, she opened her mouth, right, when she talks, when she, teaches her young ones, right? And not just her young ones, she can help, because women are teachers nowadays, man, as far as, like in the school system, right? We go to the school system, we drop our kids off to school, or they go to school, right? And we have women teachers, right? So they're teaching the ways of Esau. Right, so we have a lot of Israelite teachers, man, right, and some of them are in the truth, right? Not all of them, but we have some of them in the truth, and in their lessons, they implement the truth while they're teaching their kids in the system of Esau, man. Right, I've actually witnessed that myself, right? So we could teach other kids, man. The women could teach other kids, especially if they're teachers at school, right? While they have the opportunity, right, to show the children, right, things that Esau wouldn't show them in the school system, right, by doing little small PowerPoints and stuff like that, right? They could slide the truth in, right? Because with today's time, they're taking out, they want to take the Most High out of the schools, man. They been did that, right? Because back in the day, they used to teach the Bible in schools, right? It says, she opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness, man, right? The law of showing love, the law of peace in the household, right? The law of, the right things, showing you and being a good example to your family, right? To your little ones. It says, she looketh well to the ways of her household, man, right? And eateth not the bread of basically idolatry, right? Idolatness. Right, it's like I'm turning. But right, she only eat the bread and eat the way, she sticks to the dietary laws, and she prays in the proper true names, right, over her food for her family, right? If the man is not around. Right, and if the man is around, at that time when food is being served, right, the man will pray over the food, etc., etc. But anyway, it says, verse 28. Her children arise up and call her blessed, right? Her husband also, and he praises her, man, right? And that's a woman that we look for today, man, right? We want to be able to, to kiss on our woman and say, job well done, to our women, like, man, you have really showed, I'm proud of the way you have, raised these children and showed them the right way, right? It says, many daughters have done virtuously, right? Salaki. But thou, excellest them all, right? You overcame all that, right? Right? Because again, we was in this fucked up ass system, excuse my language, of Esau, man. But we have women coming out of that, right? Come on, sir, don't hit me now. You see I'm backing up. Well, Esau, boy, I tell you, they so, man, they be wildin'. It's like, one second.